you start crying, then I will too, and I have a strict policy that nobody cries alone in my presence.
Ladies, please. Remind me never to take these two to see beaches. They'd never survive.
Enough. I love my hair.
My autistic nature is so relieved.
It's very becoming. I guess with that baby, you don't have time to be spending hours fussing with your hair. You need something you can just run your fingers through and go.
You look totally adorable. Your mother is going to love it.
Mom's gonna freak out. She just thinks I'm getting trimmed, but that was enough to a big debate with her this morning. Now, Truby, let's do my nails.
Well, this is a treat. Nobody ever wants a manicure around here. I don't even know what to charge for a full day of beauty.
Oh, how Uncle works. I want to feel completely pampered. Mom's gonna want a manicure too.
Manicures and saucy new hairdos. What's going on?
Oh, we're always up to something, you know that. But I want to get back to this Drew and Belle nonsense. I hope they reconcile with Marshall. Speaking as a parent, they'd better get their act together. I do not approve of friction between parents and their children.
Oh, I think it'll all blow over. I have to admit, though, he did go about it the wrong way.
What did he do?
He marched in unexpected from Los Angeles while Drew and Belle were preparing for the annual Marmillion Shrimp Boil. Without so much as a hello, Marshall says, "Mom and Daddy, I have something to tell you. I have a brain tumor and I have 3 months to live." Well, naturally, Drew and Belle became hysterical. And then Marshall says, "Hey, folks, I'm just kidding. I'm only gay."
That was his idea of breaking the news gently?
Drew became incredibly distraught and started throwing wet shrimp at him and screaming at him to get out of his sight. So Marshall came over to my house smelling like a can of cat food.
What do you think Drew and Belle are feeling right now?
Oh, I don't know. They just considered themselves to be a model family for so long. First with Nancy Beth, thrown from her Miss Merry Christmas title after that unfortunate motel thing.
What motel thing? I don't live here anymore, remember?
Nancy Beth was discovered in a nearby motel with a high political official.
They were both high. They'd been smoking everything but their shoes.
To be the only Miss Merry Christmas in history caught with her tinsel down around her knees was a very humiliating experience for the Marmillion family.
How do you feel about Marshall, Miss Clairee?
Haven't really thought about it, but I want you to know he is always welcome in my house. I am very proud of him. He built up that chain of sportswear stores all by himself without a penny of family money. He says, "I am a self-made man. I pulled myself up by my own jock straps."
Well, he could always turn a phrase.
Amen.
Amen. Now, I'm out of the...
Is it still next to?
No, it's over.
Okay. Was she praying?
Yes.
Why?
Beats me. Maybe she was praying for Marshall and Drew and Belle. Maybe she was praying for us because we were gossiping. Maybe she was praying because the elastic is shot in her pantyhose. Who knows? She prays at the drop of a hat these days.
How long has she been this way?
Ever since Mardi Gras. She had the choice of going to a Bible study with her Sunday school class or coming to New Orleans with me and 2 other sinners. She left on Friday, a well-adjusted young lady, and returned on Tuesday, a human chastity belt.
What does her boyfriend say?
Well, Sammy's so confused, he doesn't know whether to scratch his watch or wind his butt. He's crazy about her. He says he could deal with another man in her life, but he doesn't know how to feel about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
Well, I'm pretty religious, but that stuff makes me feel kind of creepy.
Well, I'm torn. I've got 2 boys I'm afraid are going to hell in a handcart, and a semi-daughter who wants to be the kind of woman Jesus would bring home to Mom. I don't know. I don't understand those people. But some of them seem to have a peace to them I never had. Maybe I'm just jealous.
And Marshall is so thoughtful, he brought me this pin. It's golden enamel.
It's a bug.
It is fine jewelry. It's a little eyes of rubies. my birthstone.
Does Marshall have friends?
We talked a little bit about that. I asked him how he met people. Because in my day, you could tell by a man's carriage and demeanor which side his bread was buttered on. But in today's day and age, who knows? I asked, how can you tell? And he said, all gay men have track lighting. And all gay men are named Rick, Mark, or Steve. He is such a nut. Track lighting.
Morning. Morning, Weezer. What is so funny?
Miss Clairee was just telling us the true story of track lighting.
I love mine. It highlights my new artwork.
Since when do you have track lighting?
About 3 weeks. It is in my foyer and up my stairs. It was my grandson's idea.
Oh, how is he? I haven't seen him in ages.
Steve's fine. Now, I brought you all tomatoes first of the season. What? I didn't expect to see you in town, Shelby. No, your hair is short. It looks good.
Thank you, Miss Louisa. Jack Jr. loves tomatoes. He smears them all over the cafe curtains in the kitchen.
Now, your mama says you become an incredible gourmet cook.
I try. When Jackson and I first married, all he ever wanted was meat, potatoes, and vegetables, just the way his mama made them. Cooked to mush. But I've broken him of that. I got some pate down him last week. He swore it was dog food. Jack Jr. loved it.
Clairee, how many tomatoes do you want? Tomatoes have no calories and are full of things.
Weezer, you're almost chipper today. Why are you in such good mood? Did you run over a small child or something?
Do you or do you not want tomatoes?
Well, don't give them all to me.
Someone's got to take them. I hate them. I try not to eat healthy if I can help it. The sooner this body wears off, the better off I'll be. I have enough trouble as it is getting grease into my diet.
Then why do you grow them?
Because I am a southern woman and we are supposed to wear funny-looking hats and ugly old dresses and grow vegetables in the dirt. Don't ask me why I don't make up the rules.
You should really get some gloves. Your hands look like a couple of T-bone steaks.
Health is the most important thing, Miss Weezer. Trust me on this.
Well, now that I have everyone's attention, I went out to my mailbox this morning to find out that someone put me on the mailing list for the Riverview Baptist Church. Lucky me. I am now receiving chain letters for Christ.
They aren't chain letters. They're part of my prayer group's Reach Out and Touch project. We're each supposed to write to somebody in the community we thought might be in spiritual trouble and invite them to worship. I guess you made everybody's list.
I think it is in the worst possible taste to pray for perfect strangers.
Reach out to Weezer, and you'll pull back a bloody stump. Shelby, I just realized you saved me a phone call. Next Friday, Sis Aurel and I are driving up to Monroe, and we'd like to take you and Jackson to dinner if we may.
I can't Friday night. I'm sorry. What's the occasion?
This may sound a little silly, but we're coming up to go to the Little Theater. We have tickets to see a play.
I didn't know you went to see anything without a goal post at either end.
Up until now, I haven't, but Sis and I decided at Bridge one day that we needed to keep up. We wanted to expose ourselves to a little more culture, and that's not easy to come by in these neck of the woods.
What exactly are you exposing yourselves to?
I don't know. Something. The last thing we saw there was pretty good. It was Shakespeare. I was a little apprehensive at first, but when it comes down to it, he writes pretty straightforward stuff. I have to admit, though, when they hid behind the curtains and put little masks over their faces to fool people, that got kind of silly. Sis fell for it, but I didn't.
Sis O'Rail is so dumb, she thinks Sherlock Holmes is a subdivision.
Anyway, Sis and I liked it so much, we are planning a theater trip to New York.
New York? Oh, Clairee, I am green with envy. Promise me you'll go to the first floor of Bloomingdale's and come back and tell me everything. I hear it is impossible to get through there without getting made up.
Oh, we're just talking. Besides, I am scared to death of getting on a plane.
Oh, well, you're safer in a plane than you are in a car. Just sit in the back. That's the best place to survive the crash.
Miss Weezer, why don't you come and row with Miss Clairee?
I am not exposing myself to anything.
You should broaden your horizons.
You broaden your horizons your way, and I'll broaden my horizons mine. Anyway, I have plans next Friday. I am going to Shreveport to get my colors done.
Your what?
I am getting my colors done. I am going to find out if I am a summer, a spring, a winter, or a fall. It is a present from Owen.
What are you talking about?
Every person has a particular color in summer, spring, so on. You find out what season you are, then you know what colors look best on you. And they give you colors and samples that are in your palette. It's supposed to be helpful when you're shopping for clothes. It gives you fashion courage.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, it's all the rage.
A lot of my friends in Monroe had it done.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, there's an article in Glamour right over there about that very topic. I am the epitome of a winter.
Shelley, why do you have your colors done? You are so fashion conscious.
Oh no, I'm scared too. I might find out that pink is not in my palette, and I'm not quite sure I could live with that.
I have heard it all. Well, I am going to the theater. I'm going to support the arts in our area.
I'll write a check. I'll support art. I just don't want to see it.
It wouldn't hair-lip you, you know.
Let's get one thing clear. I don't see plays because I can nap at home for free. I don't see movies because they are all trash and full of naked people. And I don't read books because if they are any good, they will be made into a mini-series.
Miss Weezer, I'm surprised you and Daddy don't get along better than you do. Oh, and how are things with Owen? I usually try to check up on you, but I haven't been able to lately.
They're fine. I enjoy his company on occasion.
I can report that the Sherwood flower delivery truck stops by her house at least twice a week.
He knows I like fresh flowers.
And I can report that there's a strange car parked in her garage at least once a week.
There, my secret's out. I am having an affair with a Mercedes-Benz.
Weezer, I have been dying to ask you this. Are you and Owen, you know?
Wait, I have to get a mental picture of this.
A dirty mind is a terrible thing to waste. And not that it is anyone's business, but no. Owen and I are friends. He would like more, and I am dealing with that, but I am old and set in my ways.
You are playing hard to get.
At her age, she should be playing Beat the Clock. She's just like her old dog. Both of them have trouble with their new tricks.
Hey now, no talking trash in my shop.
I can't help it if men find me desirable.
Well, Shelley, when do you bring that baby of yours by?
Oh, I brought a picture of him today. Here's, let me show you.
Has he gained any weight?
He's about 10 pounds now.
He was such a tiny little thing.
I know. He only weighed 1.5 pounds when he was born, but he'll catch up, give him time.
Bless his heart. Boy, those were some anxious hours, weren't they? We weren't sure who to worry about the most, you or that baby.
Well, I certainly wouldn't recommend having a baby 3 months premature.
I get upset just thinking about it.
Then let's don't. Yep, Jack Jr.'s a little fighter, and he sure is going to wear me out. I just wish I knew where we got all that energy from.
Well, don't you try to do it all yourself? You get that husband of yours to help out. They're supposed to be helping out this decade.
Jackson helps. Mama doesn't think he does, but he does. Sometimes. When he thinks about it, which isn't very often. Most of the time he doesn't do a damn thing, and every weekend he's off hunting.
Well, Jackson certainly is a good provider.
Yes, that's true.
And he'll come around. And when he does, you tell me how you did it so I can get to work on that sofa slug I'll make too.
This one's pretty.
Private Passion is my favorite. It is luscious without being sleazy. Oh, ladies, I almost forgot. I'm going to have to make some time adjustments. Next week I'm going to be here all by my lonesome. And Nell is taking a well-deserved vacation.
That's nice. Are you taking a trip?
Yes, I am.
Aren't you going to tell us where you're going?
No.
Nell, I don't know how I will get through this week without this information.
You'll just make fun.
Nell, you know I love it when you go on and on about your spiritual growth. I just can't get enough.
Nell has a nice little trip planned to Camp Crossroads in the Ozarks.
I don't think I've ever heard of Camp Crossroads.
It's a Bible camp. It's in Arkansas. There's just cabins, a chapel, a dining hall in the mountains of the lake. I will spend a week in Bible study, prayer, and meditation out in nature, surrounded by the beauty of the Lord.
Are there water beds?
Please leave her alone.
I am just trying to find out more about Camp Cross-Eyed. I might want to go.
That's a laugh. You've never done a religious thing in your life.
That's not true. When I was in college, my friends and I dressed up as nuns and went bar hopping.
Is your boyfriend going with you?
No, he said he'd rather eat dirt.
Well, I better check up on my granddaughter and make sure she's still going to that Episcopal church. This born-again process sounds awful tedious.
Now, I have to say this, Miss Weezer, and I don't want to hurt you, but I worry about your faith sometimes.
My faith is fine. It's my hair that needs the most work.
Weasel, one of these days somebody's going to cut the feet out of your stockings.
Have you no shame?
It's all right, Trufy. I love Miss Weezer. I pray for her every day, sometimes twice.
Morning, everybody. Shelby.
Oh, Mama, please don't say anything I like. It'll be so much easier to deal with.
Oh, honey. Bless your heart.
Grass so quick, all I have to do is run my fingers through it.
The last time you had short hair was kindergarten.
I know. I have decided today that I am going to get my hair all cut off every 25 years.
I love it. I do.
It's not too perky, is it?
It looks great. And how are you, honey?
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
I'm just fine. Here, I brought you a goodie. You can open it later.
It must be nice having your entire family in town this weekend, Lily.
Well, it's rare indeed, but it has been very nice.
Any special reason?
Just to get together. Last week was our anniversary.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have baked you something. Drum box my nut surprise cake.
We'd never considered it a major occasion before.
Which one is it?
30th.
Oh, that's a big one. What is the 30th anniversary?
How do you mean?
You know, first is paper, 20th is china, 25th is silver, 30th must be...
Valium.
Now, what would Drum say if he heard you say that?
Nothing. He doesn't have any idea what Valium is. The man prides himself on never having any tension, which is amazing considering the amount he's created over the years. Oh, listen to me. I've got to stop taking pot shots at Drum all the time. He's a good man. He's crazy, but he's a good man.
Well, he seems to have been behaving himself lately. Usually he is a boil on the butt of humanity. But he was most civil the other day at the Piggly Wiggly. I was caught off guard and smiled at him before I could help myself.
The most bizarre thing has been happening. Drum and I seem to be rediscovering those things that brought us together in the first place. I don't know if we buried them or became blind to them.
Used to be the thought of our parents being romantic made me and my brother sick to our stomachs. But it's actually very sweet. It's been a lovely week.
Every now and then, Drum and I seem to find these moments of magic. I don't know. I don't know if I'm lucky to have what I have or lucky to know what I have.
Well, that is too deep for me. I have to go get my tires rotated.
You know what, Lynn? You should write a romance novel based on your recent experiences. I can help you with the dirty parts.
No one would believe it. Shelby, you look a little pale.
I'm fine, Mama. How are you?
Well, ladies, if you're out and about this afternoon, stop by the Dixie Plaza Shopping Center. The radio station has a summer fiesta with lots of prizes and a live band. They call themselves Single Bullet Theory.
Shelby, what have you done to yourself?
Oh, it doesn't hurt.
Lynn, have you seen this?
Yes, I have.
It looks like you've been driving nails up your arms. What's going on?
Shall we tell him, Mama?
I guess so. There's no point in keeping it a secret any longer. Shelby's been driving nails up her arms.
Be
What's going on? It's my dialysis.
What?
Dialysis, it's when...
I know what it is.
Tell us what's going on, honey.
It's not a big thing. No big thing. Please don't look at me like that.
How long have you been doing this dialysis?
Couple of months.
Mary Lynn Eatonton, I am without words. Why haven't I been told?
There was no point. Sometimes you just don't want to talk about things.
What would have been the point? There's nothing you can do.
We could have done something.
I can't believe you didn't say anything. This is selfish. This is very selfish of you.
Hold it. You're all talking like this is something.
This isn't something?
I had a Jack Jr. Too much strain on my kidneys and now they're kaput. That's all. The doctor said this would probably happen.
That's all. That's all, she said.
I'm responding beautifully to dialysis. Do I look bad?
Oh, no, honey, you look beautiful, but
Maybe if you just let us in on what's going to happen.
Do you do this dialysis forever?
I could, I suppose, but that's not real convenient when you're trying to look after a 15-month-old ball of fire. So I'll just have a kidney transplant and I'll be fine.
It's that easy.
Sure, they do them all the time in Shreveport. 3 or 4 a week. They do. Our Sunday school class was praying for one just the other day.
But the hard part is finding the kidney, isn't it?
I saw something about that on the news. These medical teams fly all over the place with the hearts and kidneys and who knows what else. And you know what impressed me the most? They carry those organs in big coolers.
oh, stop that.
I would not lie at a moment as serious as this. Those doctors take out their 6-packs, throw in some dry ice and a heart, and get on the plane.
She's right. But you never know when one will turn up, do you? No, but I am registered on the nationwide transplant computer.
Well, how long did you have to wait?
There are people at dialysis that have been waiting for years.
Oh, that must be agony.
I suppose, but I'm lucky. I don't have to wait anymore. Mom's gonna give me one of her kidneys.
What?
You're not serious.
No.
When?
Check in tomorrow morning.
You are giving Shelby a kidney tomorrow and you haven't even mentioned it?
Truly, please do my hair. I'm in a bit of a rush.
Well, I never thought there'd be a day when words would fail me. But I guess this is it.
When were you going to tell us?
We just told you. We've been known for that long. We were all just tested last week. I'm the closest match.
What do you mean match?
Well, there are 4 categories in an organ match. I match the best.
Categories? Swimsuit, evening gown, talent, and personality interview.
I'm going to yank you bald-headed, Smarty.
We are very upset here.
Oh, honey, I passed upset a long time ago.
I'm sorry, that's Tommy's joke, but I think it's very funny.
Well, no wonder your whole family's in town.
I'm just so relieved it was me. The boys are young. I would never want them to go through it. And who would want one of Drum's mean old organs anyway? But the best thing about all this is that with all the tests and stuff, I have discovered that I have the constitution of someone 10 years younger. How about that?
It must be so painful.
Not for me. Not Operation Simple. Mom, this is awful. They practically have to saw her in half to get the kidney out. It's major, major surgery for her.
They have to saw you in half.
They do it on Circus of the Stars all the time.
This is no laughing matter.
Trust me, Miss Clairee, there have already been more than enough tears.
It'll make my waist smaller because they have to take out my bottom ribs to get the kidney out.
You know, Cher had her bottom ribs taken out to have a smaller waist.
Please, that woman is out of her mind.
Shelby, earlier this morning when I said that I'd be better off when my body wears out, I didn't mean that. You know better than to listen to anything that I say.
Miss Weezer, forget it.
It's just that I'm a terrible person.
No, you're not, Weezer. Give your dog a kidney if you really needed one.
Absolutely.
But you two seem so calm and collected about things.
I'm happy. Look at the opportunity I have. Most mothers only get a chance to give their child life once. I get a chance to do it twice. I think it's neat. And Shelby needs her health to chase after that rambunctious kid of hers. I've got 2 kidneys and I only need 1. I'm just glad we could get it over with before it gets too hot.
Ain't that the truth?
I'm going to postpone my vacation a day so I can sit with your husband during the operation. I can run and get Coca-Colas and things.
That's sweet of you, but don't change your plans.
And I'll make sure the drum has enough food.
Yes, you must put your house out of your mind. We will take care of everything.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I know Drum does too.
Malin, you're brave.
You know, if I didn't know any better, Shelby, I wouldn't have even known you'd ever been sick a day in your life.
That's the biggest compliment anyone has ever paid me.
Poor Shelby.
Don't say that. Have my baby. I'm very happy. If this is part of the price I have to pay, then I have to pay it. I can deal with it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, somebody has a present to open.
Ooh, is it for me?
Only if you can wear a size 4.
I can take it in.
Mama, would you?
Sure. It's just a little something I picked up. It was on sale. Truthfully.
Oh, ladies, do I look gorgeous or what?
God bless you, Shelby.
Shelby, you are going to be the sassiest girl at that hospital.
Well, what about me?
You ladies better come visit us.
I'll be right by your side when you wake up. Yours truly, Lynn. I'll manage it somehow.
And I'll keep Drum calm during the operation.
We're in such good hands. Mama, you're going to be a while, so I'm going back to the house to spend some time with Daddy.
Good. Drum's not taking this too well. He gets so emotional over the least little thing.
Truby, I know this might gross you out, but could I have my hair? Is that too repulsive?
People do it all the time.
I've had it for so long, I guess it represents an era or something.
Oh, honey, nails. I'll put it in a box and give it to your mama.
I love you all. Miss Clairee, could you do me a favor?
Of course.
Next time you see Drew and Belle, I know they're upset with Marshall, but tell them that if it's the most disturbing thing they've ever heard, they should just get over it.
I'll tell them today.
Truby, why is it my radio playing. Oh, Mama, it's my theme song.
Some say love. And the soul afraid of dying, that never.
Here on KPPD, we're about to have an hour-long block of non-stop music, but first, I've got to do a little talking to keep the lights on and the music playing down here at the station. So, we'll start off with a brief nod to our local sponsor before getting to some local news. And that sponsor is, of course, none other than the Piggly Wiggly, down-home food right down the street. Now for that promised local news, we'd like to congratulate our Chinquapin High School basketball team on their most recent victory. We're proud of our Devils on their 14th straight win, and if they keep playing like this, they might just have another state championship to call their own. That final playoff score again, 47-45. Still no new word on the lawsuit brought by the Reverend Q.T. Bennett against the Chinquapin Board of Education. The Reverend, who's pastor over at the Riverview Baptist Church, claims that the use of the devil as our high school mascot promotes satanic behavior among the youth of our community. When reached for comment about the Reverend's lawsuit, head coach Wade Thibodeau said, and I quote, "Tell him to go to hell."
My personal congratulations to Miss Wayne Bench of 134 Debbie Jean Drive. She is the winner of the Halloween sweepstakes sponsored in part by KPPD and Million Mills. Mrs. Bench wins an all-expense-paid trip to Baton Rouge and a lifetime supply of plywood from Million Mills, the finest plywood money can buy. If you're planning on going out today, bundle up.
We'll be lucky to get up to 39 degrees tonight, and last night was the coldest Halloween since 1948. Tell ya, I'm not used to this Arctic weather.
Yes, I know, honey. Look, I would if I could, but I just can't today. I could squeeze you in first thing Monday. All right. I'll see you then, Susan.
39 degrees. You were right, Trudy.
If it's too cold for this time of year, I'm going to write a letter.
I don't like it one bit. When it's cold, I turn blue, and blue is not my palette.
Anne Boleyn had 6 fingers.
Who's Anne Boleyn?
Anne Boleyn. She was one of the 6 wives of Henry VIII.
I never watch public television.
Well, she had 6 fingers.
What happened to the other 4?
She had 11 total.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to confuse me?
The article says that she had 6 fingers on one hand, so she had all her dresses made so that her sleeves hung down to her fingertips so she wouldn't look weird.
Reader's Digest is a font of useful information.
Oh, Clairee, I just love my new scarf. It really jazzes up this outfit.
The only thing that separates us from the animals is our ability to accessorize.
I want to spray just a little more of my French perfume. I love it so much. I love it when the smell just fills the air.
Well, don't waste it now. That stuff ain't cheap.
Save it, honey. We're gonna have to burn our clothes as it is.
I am just so touched that you remembered us.
I had a ball shopping. I don't care what anyone says. The French are very friendly people. And most of them even have the courtesy to speak English.
And I love Weeze's, too. I'm going to have to borrow it sometime.
You're welcome to it.
You don't like it, do you?
No, I love it. A busy friend will never show dog hair.
My feet are like 2 blocks of ice.
This tastes like it was made